Hi, I'm bigcal, welcome to my world, and welcome back to another Let's Play. It's the second episode of bigcal Plays Day of Reckoning, and we are continuing our story with the great Bobton. Just a quick reminder, this episode and the next one, I have already recorded the game footage and I'm talking over it now because the original voiceover was terrible due to a crappy microphone. This one should be much better. Okay, so just updated some some attributes, and Bobton will continue his journey in developmental version 0.7. Ah yes, Mr. Matt Hardy, I believe this is. Yep, there he is, Matt Hardy, and of course the coach who's attempting to help us out, although he's not very good. Yeah, strained some ligaments in his leg a few weeks ago. Here's Matt Hardy version 0.7, because he's only about 70% right now. So he's come down to work some matches, make sure he's good enough to go on TV. So Bobton has to work over Matt's legs and try and beat him by submission. Yep, there it is. So that's the test for Bobton today. Yeah. Sorry Matt, you really don't stand a chance against the great almighty Bobton. He's the greatest wrestler to ever grace the WWE ring, as we shall soon see. Always loved the Matt Hardy version 1 gimmick. V1! And that cool entrance he had as well. You know, Matt Hardy dislikes marmalade or some stupid random Hardy fact. Such fun times. Come on, load. Didn't seem this long loading when I was originally playing it, but watching it back to re-record this audio, it seems to be. There's good old drunk Bobton. Matt Hardy, you can see, he's struggling to walk a bit. His legs are in the yellowy orange area, which means they've already been a bit damaged, which is very nice consistency with the game. You're going in to work over his legs because he's only at 70% and he starts off damaged. Ooh, nice super kick by Bobton, but Matt Hardy on one leg still avoiding that big boot. Yeah, can't escape the suplex though. And why not, we'll put him in a dragon sleeper just for the hell of it, even though we are supposed to work over his legs. Ooh, nice rib breaker. And another little leg submission-y hold. Running DDT. Come on, we can easily beat Matt. Oh, god damn it. God damn it, he's on one leg and he's still beating us up. Reversal. Kicking us. Yeah, bastard. Ooh, avoided the spear as well. Yeah, Matt's definitely top tier talent compared to the other jobbers we've been facing. I mean, future Hall of Famers. Yeah. There's one really good move that I love that's again in Day of Reckoning 2. Ugh, excuse me, bloody yawning now I've got the camera out. I mean the microphone. Yeah, there's a great move that would have been perfect for this match. Basically, if you run behind them and do the grapple attack, he'll chop block the back of the leg, and it is a fantastic move. And it really wears down the legs pretty quickly as well. Would have been perfect here, but his legs are already injured. A couple of submission moves, including the Has of Pain, and wow, Matt Hardy escaped there. I've played this. I know the outcome, and I honestly thought it was over there. I can't remember. Big Batista-like spine buster. Big fan of that move. Always looked cool. Matt still managing to counter us all the time. But fuck you, my favourite suplex ever, the half Nelson suplex. William Regal does it tremendously. And oh, here we go now. After that suplex, the middle of the ring, the Has of Pain. Matt Hardy, the 0.7er, has tapped out to Drunken Bobton. Yep, we have once again passed our test, but will we still be stuck in developmental after this match? Probably. Probably. Stupid coachman. Keeping us in developmental, holding us back. We should be on Raw or SmackDown by now. Okay, what attributes is going to be updated here? Submission, yep, just in case for the future. Good stuff. And we shall continue with the greatest journey of all time, Bobton's. Learning to fly. But we don't need to fly. We have planes for that. Surely. Yeah, pretty sure I impressed Paul Heyman with my brilliant Bobton booty. Yeah, put in a word to Sunday Night Heat for me. I just beat Matt Hardy, for Christ's sake. Who do you ever beat, Coachman? Who did you beat? Was it Tajiri? I think it was Tajiri he beat. Yeah, it was actually a pretty fun match, I remember. It was on a Raw pay-per-view. Yeah. Yes, the coach actually wrestled and won. And he wants, so coach wants to see our aerial skills. We've got to do at least 2 aerial moves off of the top turnbuckle. Easy peasy. Yes, Bobton can handle it. You can count on that. Loading, loading, loading. This game is loading. Do 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 do. Ooh, against Lieutenant Mortar. He must have been a reject from the Misfits in Action. And being a reject from a group whose name starts with Misfits really means you are something truly special. Lieutenant Mortar. What a loser he is. Oh, top turnbuckle straight away, and we sort of connected with something. Not entirely sure what it was supposed to be. And just for good measure, a super duper back Alex, or a super back suplex, back superplex. Oh, wait for the Houston hangover, and we completely missed because Lieutenant Mortar was too bloody far away. What a shame. Rib breaker. I'm a rib breaker. Heartbreaker. Rib breaker. I can't remember all the. Oh. Well, I screwed up that lame attempt at a sort of joke. Oh well, moving on. Yeah, shove the forearm right into the face. Stupid rope breaks. Should be illegal. Ow, he just kicked me in the knees, that bastard. Oh, trying to submit me now, are you? No fucking chance, mate. The great Bobton will never tap out or say I submit. Ever. He will, however, have to blow his nose. And by him, I mean me. Beautiful counter. I love this move where you can just keep pressing the button as long as possible and try and get as many chops and punches in. There's also a great one called tapping headbutts, where you just keep smashing the A button and you just constantly headbutt the guy, and it more often than not causes them to bleed. And in the second game, it builds up your finisher meter like crazy. So a couple of those at the start of the match, and you've got a finisher within less than a minute. Bobton is, I'm attempting to fly here, but I couldn't remember what button combinations is to do or where to do it. There we go, lovely splashy splash splash from the top, sending right into the guardrail. Yeah. Oh, full Nelson suplex, new move there I believe. Don't think Bobton had done it before this match. And he still has plenty in the tank, even after a couple of matches we've not seen everything. Ooh, belly to belly overhead right into the ring apron. Imagine if the game had like, ooh, froggy splash. If the game had like perfect physics and you did a move like that and they just, you know, the back wrapped around the apron. That would be so awesome. Ooh, kick to the head. I love that kick. Beautifuls. God damn it. Stop countering me, you arsehole. Bobton's never going to quit though. So the new Fire Pro wrestling game coming out soon. I don't know if the beta's out yet or not. You know, the early access on Steam. Ooh, nice Houston hangover. But we'll be picking it up when it's the full game rather than just the early access. And maybe in the meantime I might actually practice on the other Fire Pro wrestling games and get good at it, because I'm pretty terrible at them. But I want a new wrestling game to play because the current WWE ones are shit, and I want something new and fun to play. I mean, yeah, it's one thing to go back and play these games that are still really good, but I'd like something new, something I've not played before. New mechanics, new features, new wrestlers, new moves, something. I haven't bought a WWE game since 2K14, and I only really got that because I got the Undertaker Special Edition that came with a big steel tin coffin thing. Ooh, Rock Bottom, new special there, off the ropes from Bobton. Yes, like I said, he has many special moves. Yeah, I haven't bought one since 2K14. I downloaded 2K15 for the PC, installed it, played it for 20 minutes, uninstalled it, deleted the files. It was terrible. So I've no real faith in current WWE games, no matter what changes they claim to have made or how much better it claims to be. It's always the same game every year with tiny tweaks that don't make any real difference. And they've removed so many features from over the years that they haven't even started putting back in yet. But when they do, they'll claim it's a big new feature and wow, aren't we fantastic putting this feature in the game that was in there 15 years ago and we removed. They just need to start from scratch. You know, just scrap the current, what do you call it, engine for the game and just start again. And WWE should give them 2 or 3 years to make it rather than releasing the game every fucking year. You know, have them release DLC for some new wrestlers and a bit of content, whatever, for the last game that they have out, so that fans are still happy. They're still getting new wrestlers and things like that that normally they just have to buy the new games for. And then, while that's happening, work on a brand new game, a new engine, spend a couple of years perfecting it, release it, and you never know, we might have a good fucking wrestling game from WWE. But it's not going to happen because they just want to bring a new game out every year and they'll make some quick money from it. A couple of DLC packs with some wrestlers that should have been in it from the beginning. Couple of new features that aren't new, that don't work properly, and fans still just buy it anyway. Anyway, back to Bobton and Day of Reckoning, an actual good wrestling game. So we just done the old high flying fly thingy, and I missed what's happening now. We're having another match. Who are we against? Let's wait up. Ooh, okay, so we just have to counter our opponent's grapple. Paul Pugilist. Countering the grapple wasn't as easy as you might think, because for one, like I said, counters when you've got your attributes really low don't work as well, and two, the computer opponent, especially in this match, refused to grapple half the fucking time. Look, the guy's a boxer. He keeps using strikes against me. Then the times he does try to grapple, the fucking reverse button doesn't work for me. So it was a bit of a pain in the arse. I just sort of had to stand there and like, come on, grapple me. Then he doesn't grapple me, so I get sick of it and punch him. Look, come on. I've just stood about. Do something. He's taunting. Fucking look, I punch him. It's like, come on, grapple me. Nope, punches. Grapple me. Grapple me. No, punch. Grapple. Grapple. Oh, he tried to grapple and fucking missed me. There we go. And of course I missed the counter. So we're back to square one, trying to get him to grapple me again so I can counter him. Oh, he counters me just fine. God damn it. He just keeps throwing punches. This was pretty frustrating to say the least. Yeah, it's picked me up, grapple, nope, a punch. Quick grapple there that I didn't even see coming and have time to reverse. Yeah. So yeah, just have to take matters into my own hands, beat him up a bit and see if he'll try and come back with some actual moves. There we go, he's going to go for it. Nope, another bastarding punch. He just won't stop punching me. I mean, yeah, Bobton has got one of those faces that you just want to punch, but that's not the point. It's supposed to grapple, it's wrestling. I did it again out of nowhere when I was expecting another punch and I didn't counter. And another bloody punch. There we go, there was one counter. Finally. Just because he's pissing me off, I'm going to rub the old forearm in his face. Fuck him. Puggy list. What kind of name's Puggy list? There we go, he's going to go for it. Yep, there's the second grapple counter. Finally. I think I was so happy I finally countered two that I forgot to stop attempting to counter anything from him. So he gives me a bit of a beating here. I even think my head's gone into the yellow for a bit of damage. After all those punches to the face that I kept taking. Fuck you. Lovely, nice little jumpy kick. God damn it, it's countering me. Wonder if he's been put out there by Coach as well to counter stuff by me. Wouldn't that be interesting? Ah, fuck you. Hard slap right to the face. Yeah, a lot of Bobton's moves are, you know, serious and proper. It's like, yeah, it's a good move, hard hitting move, I like it, does some damage. And then we got some moves like the slap and the old brilliant bum from Bobton that are just there for a joke. Because look at Bobton, he's a joke. I mean, he's the greatest wrestler of all time, but he's also a bit of a joke. Look at him, he keeps fucking countering me. He's got a bloody special built up from it. I don't know what his special would be anyway, maybe the punching combination, which I have used as a finisher before for some of my wrestlers. I think one of the created wrestlers in Day of Reckoning 2 right now has it. Well, it's one of his finishers anyway. Nice big super fall away slam, or as Scott Hall calls it, the sack of shit. Because he was down in Puerto Rico, I think, against Carlos Colon, and he picked him up, he did the move and threw him, and after the match he's like, what are you doing? You throw me like a sack of shit. So that's where the term sack of shit came from for Scott Hall using the fall away slam. I'm full of random bits of information like this when it comes to wrestling, especially older stuff. Mr. Willie has entered the room, just in time to see Bobton's other finisher now. Big top rope, super angle slam. What do you think to that, Mr. Willie? Was that a good finishing move? Can't even imagine how loud your paws are on the floor with this new microphone, because the quality is so much nicer. But who can be mad at you? Nobody. Okay, Mr. Willie's buggered off now. Yep, Bobton gets the win, 2 counters and a new finisher to show off as well. Because that's how Bobton rolls. He likes to do something new in every match until he's run out of things. Hey, Wilbo, will you come to join us on the bed finally? Right, 18 attribute points. What are we going to upgrade? Counter. Yes, definitely need to upgrade counter. Okay, that's it for this episode. I'm Big Cal, thanks for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another episode of Big Cal Plays Day of Reckoning, where we continue the journey of the great Bobton.